Hi everyone, and welcome to this video, some Frontier video. Now, in this video I am going to show you this ThinkPad. A ThinkPad which I incorrectly identified as a 560C. It is not a 560C, it is in fact a 760E. I had wanted the 755 CD ThinkPad, which is the first laptop which actually came with a CD-ROM drive and was good for multimedia. However, I've not been able to find one of those. However, I did find one of these, so I decided to pick it up because I thought it'd be nice to have a kind of an earlier ThinkPad than the Pentium-2 era ones that I have. So enjoy this video. Now, this morning, the postie came and dropped me off a box. This box was completely chock full of packing peanuts. However, within that box, when I kind of searched, I found that someone had quite thoughtfully put a ThinkPad in there. So, I thought, well, do you know what? Seeing as I've got this ThinkPad, I may as well do a video on it. Not only did they drop the ThinkPad in the box, they also kind of left one of these in the computer. It's an 3.0 MHz 574B Ethernet card. I also got one of these, which is a power supply. Well, it's a power supply brick. And the other end, the plug. And I even got this, the battery. Not sure what kind of charge, if any, it holds, but it's here. So this is quite an old ThinkPad. It's quite a thick one. It is a Pentium 120 MHz. Forget how much RAM is in it. But let's have a wee tour around it. So, on the left hand side we've got the ubiquitous flick to switch ThinkPad power button. Then we have what I believe to be a headphone socket. I'm not too sure, I could be wrong. Then there's a PS2 mouse port. Here I think is where the hard disk goes. Apparently there's none in there, which is quite thoughtful. Obviously for data preservation the original owner took it out. Now that does worry me somewhat, though, because well, I was watching a V Westlife video on the ThinkPad 360C, and he was saying how the ThinkPad hard disks the hard disks in... Let me start again. The hard disks in the 360C are not IDE, they're actually proprietary. And when I've went onto eBay, it seems that they're pretty hard to find. However, I have ordered a caddy for this. Now, unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be any in the UK, so I've had to send away to the States to get one. Which is actually quite strange, because this machine was actually built in Greenock, in Scotland. So, ho-hum. Anyway, on the front there's a floppy drive. I can only assume it's 1.44 meg. Although knowing IBM, they may have put the 2.88 meg one in. Or is that a preserve of the PS2 computers? On the right side, we've got a Kensington lock slot for lashing your ThinkPad down. Although it's Scottish. It'll not like being lashed down. We also have 2 PC card slots. And... oh, crevens, that must be the PS2 mouse part. Yes, it is. So I'm not entirely sure what this part is. Here. And it's got a picture of a telephone. It must be some kind of proprietary modem. That's helpful. And then on the back, just like my R61, it appears there's absolutely nothing at all apart from the power supply socket. However, unlike the R61, I can drop this down. Kind of lost some of its build quality there. And we see a docking station port, VGA out, IEEE 1284 parallel printer port, and an RS-232 serial port. Now unfortunately this machine is showing its age, and that has kind of been around. Because when you open it up you get a wee click. And the reason for that is the keyboard comes right the way up, and I'm not sure it's supposed to do that. I mean, it could be... I know that you can take it off, but... you know, I'm going to need to, you know, fully find out what the deal is with that. And, you know, properly reseat it. Because at the moment, it's almost like it's got a wee stand. You can adjust the way you type. I mean, that could be the way that it is. I know some of these had fold-out keyboards. But I'm definitely going to read the destruction manual on this machine. You should still be able to get them. It's got the IBM track point. It has an LCD display, which I can only assume does stuff for... well, actually, it shows indicators. And then it's got the main screen. Couldn't, for the life of me, tell you what size it is, but hey-ho. And, well, it just kind of looks like a regular ThinkPad. And it does seem to have sound, which is nice. But there's obviously no CD-ROM support. So any CD-ROM action, it'll have to be served by my faithful PC card CD-ROM drive. Which is exactly what will happen, as I will be planning to install Windows 95 on this computer. So, well, you'll get to see that. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to work with what I've got, and I'm going to see if I can actually power this beast on. Okay, well, the machine is on. Well, it's plugged in. So let's see what happens when I press this button. Okay, there is activity on the screen. That's retro. I remember the old PS1s used to do that. So I'm guessing actually it needs a boot disk of some sort. So why don't we give it one? Let's see, what do I have in the way of boot disks? Windows 98 SE boot disk. So what I'm going to do... I know I'm going to be given a row for not having a hard disk, but oh well, it's booting from the disk. So if I hold down control I might be able to... So I'm just now going to start it without CD-ROM support. So it seems the machine itself actually does work. But then again, it was sold as working, so, I mean, that's good. And how come all these ThinkPads seem to have some sort of sticky residue on them? It's from stickers, and unfortunately, with the kind of almost sticky feeling rubbery material on these, it doesn't really help. I mean, I must be honest, you know what, with my, you know, sensory idiosyncrasies, it's, this material doesn't necessarily do much for me. Now, let's see if I can remember how to get... I think this is an 800 by 600 screen. So let's try loading up Edit. That loads up absolutely fine. Okay, let's try... I don't know if MSD is on this disk. No, it isn't. Never seems to be where you'd want it. Isn't MSD.exe. It's kind of a Microsoft System Diagnostics program. And it installs with Windows, but it's never included on the boot disk or anything like that. And I don't know how. You know, it's one of the odd things, I guess. Anyway, that's the IBM ThinkPad 560C, made in Scotland. And it does appear that the keyboard can stand up. But, for reasons, well, for obvious reasons, I don't believe that this is working properly. So, now I can't mind where this machine came from. But, what I'm going to say is this. It's back in Scotland now, and as such, it's going to get some Scottish TLC. I'm going to restore this, hopefully, you know, back to how it should be, make sure everything on it's working, give it a hard disk drive, and away we go. So this has been a Video Some Frontier video. I hope you've enjoyed watching it. Thank you for doing so. If you liked this video, if you like what you see, please subscribe. Instructions on how to do so will follow. And now, I bid you all au revoir. Thank you for watching.